Hello, dear friends. In this video, we will discuss the concept of equity in education. Equity in NEP 2020. The National Education Policy 2020 places strong emphasis on equity and inclusion. One of the fundamental guiding principles of the NEP 2020 promotes full equity and inclusion as the cornerstone of all educational decisions to ensure that all students are able to thrive in the education system. Equitable and inclusive education in Goa. The work for providing equitable and inclusive education has been valued in Goa for more than 2 decades now. A few schools had already been providing inclusive education, which was found beneficial and was noted by the Directorate of Education of Goa. The government of Goa introduced the scheme for education of children with special needs in the year 2005, where inclusive education was promoted as well as financially supported in mainstream schools. What is equity? Equity means being fair and impartial. What is equality? Equality means being equal in status, rights, and opportunities. Are they the same? What is equality? Equality means providing the same benefits and consequences for all in a uniform manner, regardless of their different requirements, backgrounds, or circumstances. What is equity? Equity means ensuring justice for each one. It means taking into consideration the unique needs, the setbacks experienced by the individual, and creating an environment suitable for success. Equity and inclusion. The solutions created for inclusion are useful for others as well. Equity allows us to customize the solution to fit the requirements to the need of each individual. Let us look at some inclusive solutions that were invented to support disability but are also useful for others. Typewriters. In the early 1800s, the Italian inventor Pellegrino Turri made a typing machine for his blind friend Countessa Carolina to enable her to write letters. It is a precursor to the modern day keyboard that we still use with our computers for communication and even for gaming. The teletypewriter. The telephone provided means of communication to those who could speak and hear. The deaf could not use the telephone, which necessitated the invention of a texting device which was plugged into the existing telephone technology. This was a precursor to the modern day mobile phone. Subtitles and closed captions. Subtitles in movies provide the dialogue which is converted from speech to text mode. Subtitles are useful for those who cannot hear as well as those who do not understand the spoken language. Closed captions provide the spoken words in text mode and additionally include a description of other sounds like a doorbell, the background music, the auditory ambience, or even silence. This is useful for people who are deaf for a deeper experience of the movie, and also for the people with auditory sensitivities who may find certain sounds painful or uncomfortable. Voice navigation on Google Maps. The voice navigation feature with Google Maps provides voice guidance to travel from one location to another, not just for the blind, but also for those who prefer a screen free experience to avoid visual overstimulation or even while driving. It also accepts voice commands to replace typing on the screen. Can you give some more examples of inclusive inventions? Please share them in the comments. Now, let us discuss another concept, ableism. What is ableism? Ableism makes excuses for barriers that may be of physical, social, financial, or systemic nature. Ableism blames the child instead of acknowledging that specific learning disabilities are neurological in nature. So, what is ableism? Ableism is a type of discrimination against people with disabilities. Ableism results in prejudice towards people with disabilities. Ableism looks away from the disadvantage of the disabled person in favor of complacence. When more people participate in ableism, providing equity becomes challenging. Some ableists may regard disabled individuals as unfortunate, blemished, or subhuman and in need of charity or pity. None of us like to be pitied. Sometimes people forget that the person with a disability also has feelings and self respect and wants dignity, sense of belonging, and opportunities to participate, just like everyone else. Ableists may assume that able bodied individuals are normal and superior to those with disabilities. They may also assume that people with disabilities are less capable and not worthy of equal rights. Is equity the opposite of ableism? The equity path is a path of learning new ways to ensure that all receive the support they need. Such learning and awareness may create a possibility of reducing ableism in a person. As equity improves, incidences of ableism will gradually reduce. Let us appreciate those who take the effort to learn, change, and become more inclusive. Equity and inclusion in education. Ableism may not always be intentional. It could also be due to fear, uncertainty, lack of awareness, or outdated beliefs. Ableism could be avoided by increasing awareness, education, and sensitization regarding disabilities. Children naturally accept and support each other. We can observe this when we provide them the opportunities by organizing partner work or group work activities. When we give them equal treatment, they will show us how to provide support if we let them. Please share your thoughts and questions in the comments. If you found this interesting, please click the like button. Please share it with teachers, parents, colleagues, and with your friends. Please subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any of our future content. Thank you.